Dropping in is a hardcore all-around na flagship phone. This is the POCO F6 Pro. It has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, Liquid Cool Technology 4.0, Wild Boost Optimization 3.0, 2K na OLED Ultra Clear Display, 50MP na OmniVision Light Fusion 800 sensor, 120 watts na hypercharging. All of that for below 25,000 pesos. Pag-usapan natin. Now, the POCO F6 Pro would come in 3 variants. 12256 with a SRP of 26,999, but ang early bird price is 24,999. 12512 na storage with a SRP of 28,999, early bird rate 26,999. 16 1TB storage with a SRP of 32,999, and ang early bird rate would be 31,599. Official link on the description box below. Now, pag-usapan na natin ang kanyang design. This phone feels a lot more premium than the POCO F6. Ang likod niya is glass finish, and mafe-feel mo talaga pagka-premiumness ng glass dito sa likod. And this is not just your ordinary black color. Makita mo pag inilawan siya, kakaiba ang kanyang design. It looks really nice, parang marble finish siya, no? It's really elegant. Mafe-feel mo flagship level na design dito sa POCO F6 Pro. E makita mo ang kanyang camera bump dito, mirror finish, and mga rings dito sa kanyang camera sensor, may gold ring pa. Socialite. It also has a metal side frames which gives it more premium feel. Kaya kita mo ang daming antenna buds all over the phone. Now, wala ko nakita sa official spec sheets kung ano nga bang glass protection nito phone na ito. Probably it's a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. Kung nalaman ko na ang tamang glass protection nito, I'll be posting it on the comment section below. Now, this phone sports a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's one of the more powerful na chip na meron ni Qualcomm, probably one step behind the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And nakakuha naman siya ng 1.53 million points dito sa Antutu benchmark. And if you break it down, this is what you should get. Looking good naman ang kanyang thermal throttling, and it throttled to 88% na kanyang max performance. Ito nakuha na sa Geekbench sa CPU benchmarking. Ito naman sa GPU benchmarking. Now, this phone has a 5,000 mAh of battery. It can support up to 120 watts na fast charging, which is quite fast kasi pag mag-charge ka from 0 to 100, roughly mga 25 minutes tapos na mag-charge tong phone na ito. Probably after mo mag-shower, tapos na ang charging ng battery mo dito sa phone na ito. And on day-to-day usage, kaya naman magtagal na ito phone na ito for one whole day as long as you're not using it for heavy gaming, kayang-kaya na magtagal. And nung sinalang ko to sa PC Mark na battery stress test, using 50% brightness and 60Hz of screen refresh rate, 15 hours and 36 minutes ang nakuha natin na screen on time. Now, ang kanyang display is a 6.67-inch na OLED display with ultra clear display. Kaya na mag-display up to 2K, and this one has a 120Hz of screen refresh rate, 4,000 nits ang kanyang max brightness, and meron din siyang 2,160Hz na instant touch sampling rate. Meron din siyang 3,840Hz na PWM dimming, meaning this one is friendly to your eyes. Lalo na kung matagal mong gamit tong phone na ito. Now, while I'm scrolling dito sa social media, sa Facebook, sa TikTok, and sa Twitter, expect mo very smooth ang experience dito. And kung hindi ka pa na kontento sa kanyang default display, pwede mo yung turn on ang kanyang super resolution to give you a better resolution pagdating sa mga video. And this one has a level 1 na wide security level, so expect you can watch HD nga din pala dito sa phone na ito. And watching my favorite show dito sa YouTube, I was able to get a really good experience. The black is black and the colors are pudgy. Now, with a new liquid cooling technology equipped dito sa phone na ito, I was able to try out 5 games dito. Call of Duty Warzone, Genshin Impact, Mobile Legends, Call of Duty Mobile, and of course, Farlight 84. Pagdating naman sa Call of Duty Warzone, I was able to set it to all high settings. And true enough, it was giving me a good experience dito. But there are some minor frame drops along the way. Hindi ko maiwasan, no? After playing for 30 minutes, talagang may nararamdaman ako kunting mga frame drops dito. Lalo kung tumatakbo ako and nagsiswing around ako, mapapansin ko na medyo slight delay. but it doesn't really affect the overall experience dito as I was able to squeak out several wins dito. Ang pinakamainit na inabot nito is 45 degrees Celsius. Pagdating naman sa Genshin Impact, all high settings dito, and okay, quite smooth and optimized ang ganang gameplay dito as I have a good experience dito sa kanya after playing for an hour dito straight. And pansin ko kahit medyo nagbabakbakan ka on a certain point, wala ako halos na feel na frame drops dito sa kanya, and it was quite smooth. The experience was really nice, pero medyo mainit siya. Umabot siya ng roughly 49 degrees Celsius based sa aking miles na thermal scanner. Pagdating sa ML, ultra walang problema dito, and the gameplay was good and smooth. Halos wala akong na-feel na frame drops after 30 minutes of gameplay, and it was really good. The experience was nice, and pinakamainit na inabot niya is 46 degrees Celsius. Call of Duty Mobile, ito talagang smooth sobra. The experience was really great, and the touch response was okay. Na after makipagtakbuhan sa free-for-all dito, talagang masasabi ko sobrang smooth ang gameplay na dito. And squeaking out several wins after 30 minutes, itong phone na ito uminit siya up to 46 degrees Celsius. Farlight 84, all high settings, okay. Masarap ang gameplay, smooth, but there are some minor frame drops dito sa kanya. Very minor lang, no? Napapansin ko lang siya, lalo ako nag-zoom ako ng 4 times using yung scope niya. Doon ko na-film pero medyo umutal ng konti, bahagya lang. Pero it doesn't really affect the overall performance sa phone niya. And the gameplay was good, smooth naman siya. Wala naman na-feel na frame drops, lalo ako nang babakbakan ka on a certain point na marami kayong tao. And this one heated to its hottest point, 50 degrees Celsius dito sa Farlight 84 after 1 hour. Napag-usapan na natin ang kanyang camera. This one has a 50MP na OmniVision Light Fusion 800 with an aperture of 1.6 and meron siya optical image stabilization. Ang kanyang ultra-wide lens is a 8MP na Sony IMX355 and ang kanyang macro lens is a 2MP na macro lens. This one can shoot you up to 4K in 30 and ang kanyang front-facing camera is a 16MP which can shoot you up to 1080 and 60.
Now let's talk about the camera performance nitong POCO F6 Pro. Now using the rear camera taking some outdoor shot, I was expecting na medyo oversaturated ang mga photos dito na maka-capture ditong sa camera niya. But to my surprise, medyo okay siya. You would see the green is looking a little bit greener, pero pag tinignan mo naman siya sa real life, medyo hindi nagkakalayo ka ng color. But yung enhancement niya looks really nice and very smooth sa aking mata. If you like to take some mga plant shots like this one, makita mo no, ang ganda ng kanyang pagka-focus dito sa subject to my surprise. And yun sa background blur niya, looks really nice and very smooth tingnan. Even tong plant na ito, it looks like a very simple shot. Pag tinignan mo rin ang kanyang background, parang ang sarap tingnan. Na kung mahilig ka rin naman sa mga bokeh shot, I would say na this one is probably one of the best na na-capture ko. Ang ganda ng pagka-pop out nito ng subject and it is separating itself from the background. Now, on other cameras, pag kinuha mo tong shot na ito, mapapansin mo yung building sa likod, medyo nagbe-blur out na. But not dito sa POCO F6 Pro. It was able to capture very nice dito sa kanyang foreground plus sa kanyang background. Still, very sharp pa rin ang mga photos na na-capture niya. To my surprise, And even dun sa cloud, makita mo all the details. Still there. Now, looking at this tall building shot, medyo gloomy nung kinuha ko to. Pero in-enhance na ng AI to make it look a little bit more brighter as opposed to what I see with my naked eye. Now, playing with its ultra-wide lens, this is a ultra-wide shot, a normal shot, and this is a 2x zoom shot. Now, pag tinignan mo itong kanang shot 2x zoom, and pag zoom in mo siya, you'll see some sharp photos pa rin sa mga bintana, still good. And pag tinignan mo naman kanyang color ng sky, yung kanyang ultra-wide and ang kanyang normal shot looks almost the same, ang kanyang blue. Pero pag nag 2x zoom ka, looks lighter konti ang pagka-blue ng sky. Now, ulitin lang natin, this is a ultra-wide shot, a normal shot, and a 2x zoom shot. But this time around, napansin ko, ang kanyang blue sky looks more consistent all throughout all 3 photos. Now, if you bring the camera indoors, I would say, okay, maganda mag-picture itong kanyang camera. And makita mo itong mga desserts na ito na pinicturean natin. Looks very nice and looks very yummy pag tinitingnan mo, no? Parang ang sarap kagatin itong mga pictures na ito. And if you try to take some indoor plant shot, I would say okay naman siya. And maganda pagka-focus na dito sa kanyang subject. And pag zoom in mo, very clear pa rin ang kanyang details. Now, if you try to play with the ultra-wide lens indoor, looks like this. This is a normal shot, and this is a 2x zoom shot. Now, trying to take some jewelries from the indoor, looks really nice, and magandang pagka-render niya dito sa mga photos na ito. I really love it. And if you are trying to take some wine shots sa loob ng wine store, it looks also nice. Pati mga simple shots like this looks more dramatic. Again, nilaro natin kanyang zoom lens. This one is a ultra-wide shot, a normal shot, a 2x zoom shot, and zooming all the way to 10 times. I would say, kahit 10 times zoom na to, feel ko inayos konti ng AI and still looks acceptable tong photo na ito but it's a little bit grainy pag pinansin mo. But still, not so bad. Now, if you try to take some photos using the front-facing camera, I would say, okay, maganda, sharp ang ganyang photo, and a little bit enhanced lang konti ang aking mukha dahil nawawala yung mga blemishes ng aking mukha. You can see it here. And more photos from the outdoors, looks okay. Kapag pinasok mo naman phone to the indoors, it also looks great, but pansin ko it's a little bit softer compared to mga outdoor shots na nakuha natin. Medyo hindi lang siya ganun ka-bright when you're using the camera on low light condition. Now, if you're trying to take a video using the rear camera, okay I would say very stable, and kahit nasa outdoor, medyo gloomy, it still looks good. Now, if you try to use the rear camera, taking a 4K video, stable na stable, smooth na smooth. I'm just using my bare hand to take this video, and I would say sharp ang video, and definitely this is a perfect vlogging phone.
Now, with a price of below 25,000 pesos for early bird buyers, sulit ka ba itong phone na ito? It is really a flagship level experience with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, a very powerful chip, with a really nice camera dito sa loob, plus the gaming experience was really good, and ang kanyang feel is really a premium feel. I would say that this one feels a lot better compared to the POCO F6, if you have the extra cash. For me, the overall feel, the POCO F6 Pro is really good. I love it in terms of gaming, and of course, pagdating sa photography, wala akong problema sa kanya. It was able to give me some really good, nice snaps. And definitely, i-recommend ko to sa people having a budget of 25,000 pesos looking for a flagship-like experience. This is my bet. So if you want to know kung saan na pwede mabili itong phone na ito, I'll be recommending it on the description box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a sub to this channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in the next one. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.